back up with the Veteran Series. They got some things they're going over real quick and discussing. And once they are all ready, I will end up starting their qualifying run. So, your honest opinion, Mission, what was your thoughts of that last race?
I thought they were both really good.
Alrighty, my apologies,
Had a lot of
everybody.
talking points.
Had
We
to
had
take a
some
quick
wild
break here.
flips in the first one. That was pretty epic.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was insane. Let me turn this away from my face, because that's going to be
Yeah,
annoying.
they were both really good finishes. Like the first one was completely bonkers. Like
Well, now we're going to sit here. We're going to watch the veterans step up from the rookie series. Get ready to take the track. So the car for this week is the Killer BS. You're supposed to have the car to run it, everything like that. But the lobby on this one, they're making the calls. They are gonna let Garrett and Chief run with them, but they're gonna be in the standard Killer B. Now the standard Killer B has a lot of disadvantages compared to the Killer BS. Less gear, higher suspension, very raised front end compared to rear end, as the
mm-hmm.
Killer B is lowered and more stationary for better cornering. It's going to be interesting, but you know, these guys don't want to just toss somebody out in the water, not without a life preserver.
Do you think the Killer Bees will have an advantage on the rumble strips?
Um,
What's their
I think the Killer Bee will not really have an advantage because see what's going to happen is with the Killer Bee and its raised front end will go up on the curve strip, but it has a lowered rear end. And from my experience in that, it will probably buck the rear end up. So while the Killer BS, when you hit the curve strip, raises it and causes it to do an awkward wheelie sometimes or go up on two wheels, the Killer B, you'll kind of see a reverse roll. While it looks like, okay, I set up on it fine, I can get through the corner. Next thing you know, the rear end bounces up and yeah, you're going for a whole different style ride.
Well, I'll say one thing though. All the freaking kids that take these trucks and make it look like that. Oh my God, makes me want to throw up.
Now, but look at this, look at this field of veterans coming out here.
Yeah, that's a full field right there. That's a pretty good sized
It is
one.
a huge field of veterans. There's a lot of them are just out the gate taking off. It looks like Nitro's having some technical difficulties at the moment.
Whoa, what's going on?
Nitro, did he disconnect?
I don't know
No.
what's going on. He's having some issues though.
It looks
Oh,
like he.
Yeah, I think he's lagging out.
okay. So Nitro is one of our
No, he's
racers.
back.
Okay, so Nitro is one of our drivers that he's primarily PRA. So he does a
I
lot of
think
his racing in PRA. So what they do in qualifying, which like I said, most of our guys are just let's go racing, and they qualify like they're racing. Nitro and PRA, when you're over there, a lot of the guys respect each other and they give a lot of room and a lot of space so you can get at least a good qualifying time. And that's what
that
Nitro
makes
did.
sense.
He pulled over, he kept stopping, kept waiting. He wanted to make sure he had enough room to at least get a good qualifying lap.
I thought he was having issues when he put it in the wall. I'm like, what in the world's going on?
Yeah, it did look like he was struggling there for a little bit. That car Ramrod might be having some issues himself.
Isn't that a norm?
It is a norm for everybody to have issues at any given moment in this league. We've seen it a lot.
Mike with the top time right now. Everybody's pretty
Mike was looking
close.
very strong in practice. I ran with him several times, and many a times he would be
Yeah,
chasing me
Ramrod's having
and
issues here,
chasing the
guys.
faster people. It looks. Oh, it does look like Ramrod is high pinging at the moment. He is actually having technical difficulties currently.
Oh man, that's terrible.
So Nuclear reclaims the top spot.
With a
Look at the
33-0.
top six or top seven right now. Look at that.
They're all very close in times, yes, and it's only going to get faster as they go along.
Slow
Nitro.
Cuss, as we talked about earlier, is Crowd Killer's older brother coming into this one.
Let's see if they can do the brotherly sweep here, or well, not a sweep, but see if they can both get wins.
Well, fine, if you want to make it that way. If he wins the Rebel Rat race, then they would have the brotherly sweep of the Rebel Rats.
That is true.
Kevin makes his appearance. Oh my god, Nuclear.
Wow,
32-7.
Nuclear is
Hambone, 32-8. These veterans are out here to push it.
Wow.
I was
I'll be
seeing
right
a
back,
lot of
guys.
the semi-pros running the same time, so
Nuclear down to a
they're out here
32-6.
running it.
Well, like I said, these guys have been putting in a lot of laps practicing, so.
Yes, I have seen Nitro, I've seen Nuclear, I've seen Mike, I've seen Kevin, I've
Titus,
seen Car
drop it!
Ramrod a lot. Every one of these racers I've seen put in easily over 100 laps over the past week.
Titus, stop chewing. Sorry. Puffy issues.
You're good. And Car Ramrod looks like he might, yeah, he is 100% back on track, no longer having technical difficulties, and is going to continue finishing his lap time and see if he can push it. He is alone on the track, he has plenty of room. And Car Ramrod will push it up to 10th, but Nuclear is our pole position leader at the moment, followed by Hambone.
Also,
Running a 32-6.
if no one recalls last week's race, Nuclear come in his first races and swept both races last week.
Yes, I remember having the first two divisions be an absolute sweep by one person.
Yeah, and then it got ruined by the semi-pros.
Yes, the semi-pros ended up, there was no sweep, it was two different people, and I believe the pros was two different people, was it not? Or was it a sweep by one person? I can't remember the semi-pros and pros. I remember the veterans and the rookies being
Alright.
a sweep.
The thing I don't understand is the rookie series and the veteran series. The two biggest series with the most variable in them. And they both get swept. The semi-pro with the least amount of drivers. Yeah, you couldn't get either one of them. They had two different winners.
No.
I mean,
yep. I mean, the higher you get, the more competitive it is, you know.
and then the pros, we ended up having two different drivers. Siraxu won the Class B race. Myself, I took the second race. And from what I've been hearing, I don't think Siraxu is going to be able to make it tonight. Unfortunately, some real life racing issues came up.
It is unfortunate. I was looking forward to Siraxu and a lot of the other people that weren't able to make it tonight come into the race and look for retention in the top spots.
What's he racing? Front wheel drive or I remember I thought he bought like a I don't remember what he bought, but
I think he has a full blown. I don't know if it's a streeter or like a street stock or a pro stock.
I'm gonna cause some chaos amongst the veterans at the moment and see if we can do random things. It looks like it is being followed.
Nuclear is being against broadcaster here.
We're looking for a lot of good racing right now.
You guys ready for this one? This one's going to be wild.
It is going to be absolutely wild, 100%.
All right,
let's. A lot of good racers.
Let's see if the veterans are going to be any different than last week. I mean, there's a lot of feisty names in here.
Yeah,
did anybody notice? I'm sorry, I somehow missed Faster sneaking his way up into there.
No, I actually did not notice Faster. I just kind of looked over his names. Apologies to Faster Than You, honestly. Did not notice him sneak his way up into pole.
Nitro's patience pulled off too.
Or into the top three.
There is a lot.
Nitro has as well pushed it up. I mean, Nitro giving himself all that room, it did help in the long run, being he did place 4th, so they're going to tighten
Alright,
it up
fellas,
as they
here we
come
go.
out, and it looks like a green flag, and we're off. Nuclear pushing right out the front gate.
Oh, we almost have a wreck here right off the bat.
Okay, take it easy, boys.
All
Don't push
right,
too
nice
much.
way to recollect it there. Now, unfortunately, I will say the Killer BS is not a fan of being touched.
No, I have noticed.
And a lot
As
of
a
these
lot of other
guys
people
race,
have.
and a lot of these out here racing right now have experienced this in practice. I don't think you're going to try and see them lean on each other too much in this race.
Don't want to
Nuclear
race
jumping out
somebody
front.
else's, so hopefully we'll see that.
Oh, Kevin, I think he just went airborne.
He
oh
just
no.
ramped up over the guardrail.
I think he
kept
hit
going.
the wall. Oop,
Oh,
faster
they
than
are
you
4
getting into
wide. That
Mike.
ain't gonna work.
Wow. It's a lot of touching and a lot of racing, but it is very collected right now.
Oh,
Kevin up
he
on
went on
2
2
wheels. It was Kevin. Kevin up on 2 wheels and dropping it right back down. I think he's flexing his driving skills at this moment. And honestly, that is the biggest flex I've seen so far for the night.
All right, we got Slowcust up into 3rd.
Nitro has dropped back from 4th to 9th and is making the pass on flex at the moment. I wonder what happened there.
Kevin doing a wheelie.
Had a tough time. He's
Kevin!
I think that might be our
wall.
first caution there. That's a very good possibility.
Toxic is getting thrown across the track as well. It looks like a...
Hambone's trying to challenge for P2 here. We got Mike coming up there too.
Doesn't look like there was a caution called at all. I think maybe somebody got loose and it was a one-person thing, and I guess our official decided not to call it one. Or he just didn't see it and nobody called it.
Yeah, and then, like I said, once again, it's harder the bigger these fields are, so... And I know Kevin, he's the returning veteran champion from last season, so he'll get it back together and start working his way up. Nuclear...
we almost got a...
Nuclear is gone at this moment.
He's in cruise mode right now.
And Slogist is playing catch-up at this moment, but he's doing his absolute best to reel in Nuclear.
He's the only one in the 32. Nope. Kevin's there too. 2 guys in the 32s.
32.9 is what Kevin is running at this moment, and 32.2 is what S1 Nuclear is running.
That's bonkers.
You know, I can't see Slowcast except for like maybe the top of his car across the track. There is no sight that Nuclear has except the finish line currently, as we are seeing him run away from the pack. Got Mike struggling here on that hairpin, the last and final corner. That last and final corner is a tough one to take. We've seen in practice laps all week long, as these racers are driven, they've struggled with the last and final corner. But it is a very tough one to take, and it is a very tough one to get right. But it is so rewarding if you do.
Very, very tough.
This track, I can agree, this track is an absolute tough track to run. Especially with these cars being, 1, touchy, and 2, aren't liking the berms or any of the other bumps.
Yeah, no, it's really tight quarters too, so kind of just gotta be patient.
Ramrod still seems to be struggling with connection issues tonight. And that is unfortunate, but I know Ramrod's not going to give up. He is going to at least get his points for the race.
We've seen Ramrod start, last place on a race and end up getting top 5 before. Especially having his technical difficulties as he normally has. He is not one to give up, and that is a good quality to have in a racer. Not giving up is one of the best qualities to have.
That's the Missouri way, boys.
Yes, sir, it is.
We got Toxic out here having a fairly smooth run going. Unfortunately, I can't say his practice went as well as he was trying to practice, yesterday, and Savage kept spinning him out.
Savage,
Yes.
did you say you were from Missouri too?
No, I actually live
Oh.
30 minutes from Missouri, believe it or not.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, Slocust and Hambone getting a little touchy. And
Mike
Hambone
comes in there and
loses
throws
out to
doors
that.
as well.
Yup.
Were you in Kansas, Nebraska?
Oklahoma.
Oh, that was my
I
next
live
guess.
30 minutes from the Missouri border.
Oh, okay.
I can say, these three fighting for second place,
You're about to have
second, third,
5
and
fighting for
fourth.
second.
Yeah, no, these two, Mike or not Mike, but Hambone and Slocust fighting a little bit, brought Mike, Faster, and Nitro together, bringing them forward and stuff like that. And the more they fight, the more it's going to bring everybody else. These guys slowing down and trying to give room and not trying to spin each other out and cause a caution is bringing everybody else back to them.
This is gonna get interesting.
It is always interesting as we come across the finish line following Hambone at the moment for a lap 13. Faster will make the pass stick on Hambone as he makes a very small minor mistake, and it does cost him a huge
might give Slocus a little
consequence.
little love tap there. Oh, he's gonna use the.
Mike absolutely leaning on Slocust, but Slocust looks like he's just gonna shake it off here. They're getting into each other again.
I don't know. We might have a wreck on our hands here, boys. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling something's gonna happen here.
This is This is kind of at that moment where Mike and Hambone are running in the 32s, and they're trying to get their way around. They're trying not to be dirty, but they're trying to find their room.
Mike is through,
Hambone
at least.
Missing his corner.
And Garrett gets out of the way. That was pretty good there.
But Garrett, knowing that he's lap traffic and moving out of the way for everybody, is very respectful. And again, we said it last race, we love to see it, the respectfulness of it. It is also one of our rules, believe it or not. If there is no battle going on between you and the person you're racing with and there is lap traffic, you are to move over, or at least give some space for the leaders.
Yeah, and one thing I actually forgot to address with a lot of our racers before the season, this week started, is this is our actual final week for division adjustments. So as you're seeing the races right now, it very could be possible that a few drivers may be in different divisions in the upcoming races, as they might get moved up or down.
I forgot about that myself, being completely honest. I've talked about it all week long. A lot of people are being teased about it continuously. Even Mission, unfortunately, because of his schedule, had to move down. So, I mean, it's not the same as the 2-week, I guess I should say, grace period between being moved up and moved down. But still, being moved down only brings more people in and could, push more people away to higher divisions or to lower ones, depending on their performance and their lap times.
Saturn is out here studying his future competition.
Hambone and Nitro getting into it. I don't think I've seen Nuclear at all. Where is Nuclear at this moment? Nuclear is gone. I'm just now seeing the second, third, and fourth from Nuclear's position from his POV. He is almost lapping second place, second, third, and fourth at this moment. He is. Are you kidding me? I'm not joking. He is literally half a track away and absolutely catching up. Nuclear is absolutely running with it right now.
The battle continues that Hambone is right in the middle of.
Oh, Kevin looks like he's struggling up on the wall. Unfortunately, Kevin is having a few issues himself, but he reels it back in and he's going to go right back at it.
Speaking of battle, we got a battle between Mike and Faster, as Faster has broken to the 32.7s.
Yeah, I've been kind of watching this one for a couple laps here. It's been brewing.
We have Hambone and Nitro, followed by Slocust. Slocust has fallen back just a little bit. Looks like the battle between Mike and Faster, he might have lost out a little bit, ended up taking a corner wrong during the battle, maybe pushed it in too hard. Ended up
Toxic
losing
has
out a little
He's
bit.
going
started
to
to
make it
reel
all
in
back up
Slowcuss.
here by the front stretch, though. Let's see what... Well, he's still a little bit far behind. He made a pretty good chunk of time, though. Here they go down into this corner here. Well, Faster gets a really good corner there.
Nuclear coming around the final corner is going to bring home your first race tonight in the Veteran Series.
So,
Dominating
Nuclear...
performance there. I think the battle between Mike and Faster is kind of spaced out as Mike's going to bring second. Faster, he's going to come home in third. Hambone's going to come home in fourth. Nitro fifth. Slowcuss sixth. Toxic seventh in a close fight. Lex is going to round the final corner to bring home 8. Kevin.
Oh, Ramrod just went
The POV I had of
airborne.
Ramrod knows.
Kevin's going to bring 9th. And then we're going to have Chief and Garrett round out the field of veterans.
Did anybody else see Ramrod go airborne?
I did as well, actually. I caught that on stream. That is recorded proof that Ramrod went flying.
Race number 1. What a run.
Nuclear.
Third time we're going to talk to this guy.
Gone.
We got all the way from... We've got, what, 9 out of 12 in the 32s? Something like that?
Oh, we're going to see some
Where's
fast
my
32s.
boy Nitro? There he is. I just invited him, and we'll see if we can get him in here. Might take him a little bit. He is switching vehicles.
I changed mine on it.
Your what?
Oh, I was switching tracks on him.
Let me give him one last. I'll see if that'll work. Invite him one last time. It seems nobody is, Oh, Nitro looks like he's pinging out, unfortunately.
Oh, Nitro unfortunately will not be joining us for the next race as he has some things he has to attend to.
Sad to see him go. Nitro was doing really good there. But he did run really good.
Yeah, he did.
But it looks... Oh, there we go. I was just going to say.
Oh.
Nuclear, what an outstanding performance from you, man. That was absolutely amazing to watch, man.
Alright, first thing I gotta say is I have pros messaging me that you beat their PB. They're wondering what's up.
Yeah, Soulphone was talking to me. He was like, that's faster than mine.
Yeah, dominating performance there.
Went nuclear, literally.
I mean, it was a good, smooth run. You had nothing but clean air, and you took full advantage of it.
Did you have any worries or anybody that you were looking out for going into that race?
I think I was mostly expecting Hambone to be up there a little bit with me. I looked at his lap times and stuff. He was pretty quick.
He was up there with you for a quick sec.
I think he got caught up in the battle.
Yeah. At least in the Rebel Rat, I know he's pretty quick in these.
Oh, he likes the Rebel Rat. Last season, he put on a good show in the Rebel Rat. But, I mean, how you feeling about the A-Class race?
I think A-Class is just like, it's too much. Squirrely and stuff, but we're going to try it, see how it goes.
It's a challenge. It really is.
Yeah.
It makes things wild.
Yeah.
But, congratulations on your win. That's 3 in a row in the Veteran Series for you.
Yeah.
There's a couple of guys that are doing 3 in a row right now. You and Phantom.
Oh, yep.
All right. Well, we're going to get back on track here. Good luck in your next race. And
thank you.
See how it goes.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Jesus.
What?
I'm going to turn my phone off. definitely spiked some interest. Nuclear getting some attention is getting a lot of feedback from that race. We're getting feedback on the
Everybody's
stream as well, Saturn. I've seen that.
Well, we will see after tonight is over. We will 100% see within the next couple of days who has moved and up or who has moved down. Why do I hear myself?
I don't know. Are you talking to yourself?
No.
All right. So now I can see the field stacking up here. Everybody does have the Rebel Rat, so easy car to obtain. It's just a DLC card.
Right.
Whoops. There we go. There is no other variant of this vehicle specifically, so everybody has the same car this time.
I have a feeling it's going to be a good one, too. Oh, who's taking out all the tires?
I think
Holy
they're
crap.
taking out the tires early.
Fashion you, his car is giving me PTSD. If you Mission would know where that PTSD comes from. It actually resembles an old rival I used to race with back when WPL was young.
You talking about faster?
Yep. If
So the
Mission looks at his
colors-
car, he'll look and he'll see those colors and know exactly who I am talking about.
Where is he?
Currently behind Toxic and in front of Flex. It took me a bit to find him too, but I'm curious if you'll recognize
White and
him.
green. I don't know if I remember.
He was the other fast dude in WPL as it was going through. Reaper got it right off rip as he's watching the stream.
I don't remember him.
J333.
Is that Speedy?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
It's not Hood. That's what the color is. It's the same color as Speedy ran.
Oh, I thought you were saying Speedy changed his name. I'm like, what?
No.
Yeah, it does kind of remind me of Speedy now.
We do
usually
see
green was the dominant color.
Right.
A lot of the color schemes. Everybody loves their color schemes.
He would every once in a while throw something in there off the wall.
All right, I will tell you right now. I have gotten at least 10 messages right now. Okay, guys, I'm getting it. I'm getting it.
What's up?
He knows what he has to do, everybody. He knows what he has to do. And we will see those decisions made by him himself.
How's the grid shaping up right now?
Now, this is where the deciding factor for a lot of it is. You do see, like I said in prior races, there are people that are really content in C and B class. And A class to them is totally a new thing. And I know Nuclear isn't as comfortable in A class as a lot of people, so I think we're going to see a different race from Nuclear in this one. Although, I mean, last week he came out and ripped it out in the Dominator, or the Grand Duke, so he's got the possibility. He's a very fast kid.
Speaking of rebounding, look who's sitting third right now. Well, he was.
Fourth car Ramrod, though, but he's taking the opportunity to absolutely run it this time.
Every time you guys talk about him, he drops a spot.
Oh, he went back up there.
And Nuclear takes over second. Hambone ripping it out to that 55.4.
It's the curse of the commentator.
Curse of the Savage.
True. I curse you, car. Oh, God, as I say something.
You just made car wreck. What is wrong with you?
That is not my intention. I do not have these powers. They're not mine.
Car, you can go into fully blaming Savage for your results. Hambone definitely is putting on a strong run here in the Rebel Rat.
Oh, Mike had it there for a second.
There was a quick switch between Mike and
Nuclear
got it. Wow, 55-1. Field might be in trouble here.
Puppies are duking it out.
There
I
we go.
mean,
I had to
these
finish my
lap
sandwich.
times, we got a 55.1, 55.2, 55.3, 55.3. I mean, these lap times are all like right on top of each other.
Mm-hmm.
There's very close racing. There's a 55, 55, 6, 7, and then we get into the 56s. But still, no matter how, there's 2 seconds between, from first to last, and it's really not that much time at all. It really isn't.
Mm-mm. Nuclear gets the pole.
Well, Nuclear gets it at the moment, but does he keep it?
Oh, is there somebody still running?
Yep, there's 2. 3, actually. Car Ramrod takes 6th officially, and Garrett, our last and final contender. And there it is, Nuclear again. You know, Unknown, I know you were talking about, Nuclear not, maybe not being comfortable with A-Class, but it looks like he might actually be figuring it out.
Nuclear is very quick to learn something. I know. Line, learn it. He is getting it and what the and keeping it. Sorry, my headset disconnected, connected weirdly. Okay.
It looks like tonight, unfortunately, will be the night of technical difficulties, which is fine. It is week 2. We can smooth things out as time goes on.
I just got mean mugged by a puppy. Stop it! Get
Honestly,
no.
being completely real here, I think Hambone is going to give Nuclear an absolute run. Those two, Hambone looking really strong last race was unfortunately having some difficulties, and Nuclear coming up with a fast time, at the end of the race, but Hambone being consistent with it and Mike as well.
I
I think
wouldn't.
those.
I wouldn't count out any of those 5 behind Nuclear
No,
at all.
definitely not. Kevin, Mike, Faster, Hambone, those are all really good racers. Carr even, is a good racer himself. Like, I'd say top 6 at this point are absolutely going to duke it out. And the battle of the cause and the metal that they're going to bend and break.
Right. Well, I think Ramrod's biggest battle is really going to be his connection, as he has been having spikes, which isn't normal for him, but
Gonna see everybody shuffle and shift as they take their pace lap just before we call the green.
I think we should chalk it up to Ramrod got the wrong spark plugs and he's got a misfire. That's what it's going to come out to.
All right, guys, real quick, who are your picks?
Looks like everybody's gonna warm up their tires real quick. Get sideways, see a lot of smoke. Remove objects from the track so lines can be taken. But of course, lines can only be taken if both tire or 2 tires, no matter what 2 tires, remain on the track. Nuclear and Hambone already slamming into one another. We're all going to tighten up as we round the last and final corner of the pace lap towards the start finish. As we are bumper to bumper, we see everybody looking for that, getting ready for the jump, absolutely looking for it, and we are a green flag. As Nuclear pushes out in front and Faster catches up in second. That outside line is one of the worst to have, honestly. The inside line most generally will be the best line to have. Mike going from the inside line to the outside and losing several positions, and Hambone himself from a second place to a sixth place at this moment. But 4 wide. Slocust, Car, Ramrod, Faster, and Hambone. All 4 wide in the hairpin corner.
Oh, Kevin got the wheelie.
And here we are, look at that. From Hambone's POV, 4 people side by side, all racing for the same position. It is going to be a beautiful night to be here, I'm telling you. Oh, Slocus trying to move over and give Kevin room, gets into Hambone a little bit. Oh, there's a lot of pushing and shoving.
Nuclear gonna run away with this one too.
We're seeing Nuclear doing the same thing he did last race, which is walking away.
Well, Nuclear got a great jump. He got out front. These guys are still deadlocked in a fight back here, so that makes a big difference.
It really does.
It does.
In billboards. Faster with some clean air. We'll see what he can do with that.
Chief and Flex side by side back here, looking for a space, looking for a spot to pass to make it stick. As we'll see that all along the entire track. It looks like Garrett just I don't know if he got loose and ended up losing it, but Garrett went off into the infield there for a little bit, but quickly brought it back into the track.
Somebody just outdid Nuclear's fast lap.
Looks like a 55-2 at the moment is by Faster Than You. Absolutely running it. It looks like Faster Than You is going to look for that those extra points. You know, even coming in second, those 2 points could push you into the top spot.
Kevin and Hambone duking it out back here. 2 really good friends, and
yes.
They're in the track. They're in their car. They're not friends right now. They're rivals, and they're fighting.
Yep, we've seen it. You know, I watched it all through practice. Them give each other space. You know, them say, hey, you know, you can go ahead. I'm all good with letting you pass and following you. And, you know, the other one returning the same favor. But unfortunately, them being really close
Nuclear,
friends, you know.
55-0 and quickly taken back by Faster as he's hitting the 54s.
I think we got a caution, do we? Have a caution, guys?
Officially, yes. Kevin hit the inside tires and ended up spinning, and I'm assuming...
Do they not know it's single file?
It depends. That's under the race official's preference and what he wishes to call. If we cannot start by... if we're having issues after cautions, it goes to single file.
Oh, so it's just by whoever's discretion.
Yeah, it's whoever prefers one over the other. Most generally, though, one of our officials will normally just straight up say if we're having too many issues right off the bat, but that call normally goes towards if we're having too many cautions off of a restart.
Rookies usually tend to be single file just because it makes it easier.
Yes.
Makes sense.
Car Ramrod getting a little squirrely, waiting for that moment. We're seeing and hearing a lot of revving going on at the moment, waiting. Just absolutely looking for that run that they can get.
I think this is going to make it really interesting as Faster has turned up some good laps. He was getting his groove going, and now Nuclear definitely knows Faster can run some times up there.
Oh, he got shoved out in the grass there. They're kind of trying to sort it out here.
Got shoved out a little wide. Look at that. 4 wide in the corner behind.
Slocus out into the guardrail.
Hambone into Mike a little bit, looking for room to pass.
Ramrod taking a dive to the inside. Nuclear is getting his first fight of the night.
Now, we've seen this before. I've seen this during our extras races on Fridays and Saturdays. Car Ramrod is a really good defensive driver, so getting past him is actually going to be a lot of work. Car Ramrod does not give you space nor room at all whatsoever to pass. Ramrod is 100% a really good defensive driver. Yes, he is.
Kevin just
Nuclear
got up on the tires there.
Nuclear is going to take that inside, but is not going to get the run. That inside line is a little tighter after the start finish. but he is going to shove it on the inside with oh my gosh, Hambone saying hello and showing up for this retention race.
Do you think Ramrod can keep this pace up?
If Ramrod doesn't have the
Keep the
technical
controller, hold on.
difficulties that
There
he
we go.
hasn't, that he's had this past race, I believe Ramrod could 100% running away with it. You got to remember, Mike, Nuclear, Hambone, and behind them Faster are all really good races, and they're all going to battle for the second place on a push to first.
Yeah,
So
they're in
it
a hornet's nest right now.
Yeah, it could only get worse for Nuclear, Mike.
Nuclear gives Mike the door there.
These players are... Go ahead.
Nuclear had a real good entrance to the corner, and Mike went to come back down for his line, so it was just one of those. They met
Just
in the
racing.
middle.
Yep. Just racing.
Mike's going to get a push out front. Nuclear not enough on the inside. He does have the room, but he's got to back off, otherwise he's going to cause a caution there. And that's not something... I mean, it's something they want, but it's not something they want to cause.
No, I'll tell you who doesn't want it right now is Ramrod.
Oh yeah, no, the person in first place with a massive lead never wants to hear or see a caution come flying.
He's
the
maintaining it pretty good right now.
Ramrod does like A-Class. We do know that.
Yeah, he's stronger in A-Class than he is, I think, in anything else.
Looks like Nuclear gets a run, pushes Mike on the inside.
That's not what Ramrod wanted
Makes
to see.
the pass stick. Now Nuclear's got room. Is Mike going to give him a run? He gives him a small bump. You got to remember, though, we have some really quick people. Hambone recently coming up to his faster times that we've seen this season. We've still got 3 racers behind Nuclear that are looking for the same spot he's got.
Yeah, this race ain't over yet.
Yeah, all 4 of these drivers.
The question is, all 4 of these drivers fighting, that are 3 car lengths behind Ramrod. Slowkist, I've seen, has slowly been making his way up towards these 4 drivers that are constantly in a battle for the same position.
They're slowly reeling Ramrod in right now.
This is going to be interesting, because if these guys actually single out and start single filing, all 3 of them, or 4 of them, I should say, Hambone is in there. I just, at last second, caught it. I mean, are they just going to work to where they stay off each other, try and reel in the leader?
I think so. They have a pretty
good
order.
Like that's what's going on at the moment, is what I'm seeing. Nuclear, Mike, Faster, and Hambone are deciding that it is absolutely detrimental for them to keep fighting this way, and give themselves a chance to give themselves a possibility for the shot at the win.
There's a lot of smart guys in here. That's for sure. A lot of them. Yeah, they're kind of look like synchronized swimmers out here. I'm looking from the back of Nuclear's cam, and they're all just following each other like to a T.
Absolutely. I haven't really seen any time changes except for Ramrod pulling off a 55.020.
That's what you do to stay out front.
I think Ramrod is doing his absolute best to run from the tigers and lions that are constantly chasing him down at this moment.
I think that's
his lead right now. I mean, he's kind of Nuclear's kind of fell back a little bit farther, but
Nuclear is doing a great job in second right now, holding off Mike, but Ramrod's got to feel a little bit more comfortable as his lap time currently is faster than Nuclear's.
What happened?
Hambone feeling the effects, passes faster on the inside, but again catches that corner that just sends your car into a rocket.
Oh, Ramrod kind of made a mistake there, just a little bit.
Yes, he makes a mistake. Mike gets a run on Nuclear, so they're back to side-by-side racing.
Yeah, let's see if he can hit another lap and kind of get a little bit more.
I gotta say, Slocus, Toxic, and Chief with Flex shortly in tow. There's another 4-car battle in the very back of the race, right behind the first 4-car battle going on at the moment, with Hambone kind of in no man's land. It looks like they've just split up into a two-car battle, kind of.
Oh, Mike gets through that section with a little bit of struggle. I'm not sure what happened. What that put faster and ahead of Mike. Now
And that
fast.
gives
Well, if Ramrod can just hold off
Nuclear a
for a
chance.
couple more
There's 3
laps.
laps left, going on just now 2. 2 laps left of the race, and Nuclear
Ramrod
is
has a
all alone.
really good corner onto the front stretch there.
The question is, are we going to see these boys come right back close together, or are they just going to let Ramrod walk away with it?
I think just as long as Ramrod doesn't make any major mistakes, I think he might be able to pull this off.
But we are seeing Nuclear is making some absolute great time on Ramrod right now.
Yeah, he is.
As
He's
long
really
as
good through
Ramrod,
turn 1. Really
yeah,
good.
as long as Ramrod does not make any mistakes, he can at least keep a good half-second, 2-second lead.
Oh, he makes a mistake there.
And as I say
Oh,
that, I'm
that's
just
going to
going to stop
cost him.
talking about Ramrod at this point. I'm only costing him.
See if he can get a
Well,
good exit here and kind of stabilize.
the hard part of what Ramrod's going to deal with right now is Nuclear is going to be studying him. He's going to be studying how he's entering corners, how he's exiting corners. He's going to
Uh-oh.
try and adjust his line to, if he does catch up to Ramrod, have an idea of when and how he wants to pass him. As Nuclear just ripped off a 54.8.
54.8. Wow.
Is now the fastest lap leader at this moment.
We got 2 laps to go here.
What are we going to see? The question is, can Nuclear, he knows that he has no time left. Now is the time to make a move.
He's going to have a mistake-free last lap to be able to get even beside Ramrod. We'll see.
Absolutely. I completely agree. Like, Car Ramrod right now is absolutely pushing it to the brink, knowing that he has Nuclear slowly but surely catching him.
The only thing is, I've only seen turn 1. There's only really one groove, so he's going to have to try to get him. Well, we'll see what happens here. He's really good through 1. Ramrod has a good corner too.
It looks... There goes Nuclear, absolutely pushing it. It looks like he just loses out. He had a great corner, but just a little too sideways.
Well, the corner before, when he's come out of the exit, he definitely over-revved, and he just, I don't know.
And there's Nuclear.
Shift.
Nuclear is absolutely throwing it in those corners. He's right behind Car Ramrod, and this is... he pushes Car Ramrod, but he backs off.
That just let Ramrod know, I'm here.
Oh, come on,
Ramrod is
don't
losing out just a little bit.
He shook Ramrod a little bit to these last 2 corners.
This is the last and final corner.
Turn.
Can Nuclear throw it in there? Oh, he backs off.
Oh, he makes a mistake.
That gives Ramrod the win. Look at that.
Oh, don't be messing around.
Ramrod ends up pulling up the win. I'm not sure what happened to Hambone, unfortunately.
I'll be right back, guys.
Alrighty, let me get Ramrod in here at this moment and ask him how he feels about a much-deserved win. That was well fought.
I'm not sure what happened to Hambone.
I am unsure. I did not see it. I wonder if he ended up making a mistake and said it's the last lap. I'm not worried about it. I'm coming in last anyway. Which is unfortunate. I hate seeing that. Nuclear, he gave it a good try. He really did. Nuclear gave it a shot, 100%.
He had a hell of a race. Awesome run. But
somebody wanted to try inviting Ramrod. For some reason, I don't think my invites are going through.
He's probably trying to calm down.
Being completely honest, I don't blame him. I would be absolutely freaking out.
He's got the crown so far, the one that's been able to beat Nuclear.
Nuclear was taken down tonight, and Car Ramrod proved that Nuclear cannot.
Hello.
Is not invincible. What's up, Ramrod? Congratulations on the win, man.
Thank you, sir.
How shaky are you, especially after that win?
I wasn't feeling it until Nuclear was right behind me on the last two laps, really. Other than that, I was mainly cruising because they were battling back there and slowing them down. So
They were. We were watching a lot of
up
that
until
battle from
Nuclear
second to fourth.
separated himself from him, I wasn't really too worried up until he got right on my ass. To be honest.
It was a great
Ramrod, my
race,
friend from my home
honestly.
state. Good job, man.
Thank you, thank you. First win.
That's how us boys do it. Congratulations, congratulations, man. That was a
Oh,
well-deserved win, especially after the technical difficulties you
dude,
had
the
from the
first
first
race I was
race.
battling lag the entire time. The entire time.
We were seeing that those difficulties they can actually damage you a lot, but you come out and you proved and said, you know what, I'm not gonna let that get to me. I'm gonna push even harder for this race, and you did an absolute amazing job for it.
All with dinner sitting in front of me, tempting me the entire time.
Oh, that's why he won, boys. He was chasing some steak. I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you at
Yeah,
all.
that was a great restart too.
Oh yeah.
It
I don't
really
know what
was.
happened to Nuclear. He just fell on his ass on the restart there. I was like, well, I got to take the opportunity.
Equal opportunist, and that's what we love to see. That's what we love to see.
Oh yes.
Well, congratulations, Hambone. Go or not Hambone, or
Wow.
Ramrod. I am so
Wow.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
Wait,
I
wait,
I'm
am
gonna
what?
talk.
all messed
No,
up
I'm gonna
today.
talk all trash in the chat during your race.
Oh, he was
Please
Pretty
do.
cursing
sure.
you
Please.
so bad, Ramrod. You have
I
no
was,
idea.
believe it or not, I was cursing. Not intentionally, but I was cursing you.
Well, then I proved
Every time I mentioned,
the commentator's curse wrong. Then
no, every time I mentioned your name, you would make a mistake. Like, just for some unknown reason, even when you were in
All right,
first.
guys. I guess
So,
it's yeah. Good job, Ramrod. But I'm gonna
thank you,
go
thank
jump in
you.
the other chat. So
yep.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna go
I'm
race.
heading
So
off here as well. Thank you, fellas, and have a good rest of your night.
have fun, guys.
Alrighty, you too, Ramrod, you too. Well, everybody,
Whew.
that is the end of the veterans. What an absolute upset over Nuclear not having a sweep this week. But it was well deserved. We're going to go over, everybody. I am no longer going to commentate. It is time for ya boy to race.
All right. Reaper will be joining me in the commentary booth. We'll be starting back up with some.